So we try to list it down the age, sex, and address as well, so that government has the data of those personal disabilities. Then the medical record through clinical visits. Because if you do not, if those personal PWDs do not visit the clinics and the hospitals, we might not have the medical records of them. That is another sort of data structure. Then the lifestyle. Because a regular person's lifestyle and a disabled people's lifestyle is not all the same. So we have to have sort of data of mobility, needs, and wants of person with disabilities. Then employability, because if a PWD person do not have any sort of employment, he or she is dependent on someone else. So their consumption, income, and expenditure patterns need to be known to fulfill their needs. Then their assistance and intervention. Is there any intervention from the government for their needs, or is there any intervention from the private sector for their needs? We also need the data of that. And also assistive device. Because a person with physical challenges, they are using a wheelchair. A person with a hearing problem, they are using the hearing aid. And the person with low vision, they are using some sort of digital glasses or some sort of things. So first of all, problems, and second of all, the structure of the data we have pointed out. Then we came up with different sort of devices, IoT devices like smart assistive device. So during your discussion, when we were talking among ourselves, we thought of actually developing a unique device for speech, hearing, and also for eyes. So that we can actually minimize the cost of developing a separate devices for separate disabilities. So this one of the smart devices. Another one is a smart wheelchair. Those can be operated automatically, because if you have sort of Google car like Google smart wheelchair, so it can be operated easily, it can track and GPS location, all sort of things like that. So my friend will go to privacy and security issues.
Thank you, Hashim. Thank you. As Hashim has said, and according to the first group, we can see many advantages of the IoT. But the move to the fourth question is about the implication and the influence of the IoT. So I want to say, not only the advantages, but also we need to think more about disadvantages. This disadvantage may be of the protection of privacy and security, and in the era of IoT is totally a very new era. So what should we think about? In my opinion, I think we should considering together with the maybe IoT and cloud computing and big data together to consider together to of these problems. Maybe as a very single example, maybe a ship has drive a car. He wants to go somewhere, and you can collect the data or where he go, the locations or the way he has go. But you cannot to correctly know who he is. So this is the first part of this privacy and security protection. This means a unique ID. So maybe it's a trio of number, but not the name of Hashim. This is the privacy to protect privacy of Hashim's. So this is very key point of the protection. And let's move to the next part. This is this data may be very single and very small to everyone, but have you ever imagined that is maybe sometimes this data have been combined together? So this may be a very large number of data. So how to protect it? So the ownership is very important. So we suggest that the government or state should be the owner of this data. So if some private sector want to use it, they can ask the state or the government for this data, and during this time, they cannot to sell or they cannot to use in the illegal way. So this may be the last I want to say, the capacity to collect the data and the capacity to use the data should be balanced with the responsibility to protect the data. This is our opinion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.